Hi, I'm Chef Erin Roth, and welcome to Mrs. Joe's Petite East Patisserie and Cafe here in Tyson's Corner, Virginia. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make one of our most popular breakfast breads, lemon blueberry scones. First thing is, when you get all your dry ingredients, go ahead and mix them and then place the bowl in the freezer. You want everything to be cold or chilled. So once you go in, so we have flour, we have lemon zest in here, we have sugar, we have salt, and we have baking powder. And I've already had this in the freezer. At the same time, also chill your butter. Your butter needs to be cold as your flour, as well as your heavy cream. So now that we've mixed everything well as far as the dry ingredients, we're going to place our bite-sized pieces of cold butter into the flour mixture. We'll make sure you get all the butter off because we don't leave anything on the table. So after you do that, with gloved hands, you just want to get in and you want to squeeze the butter and the flour mixture together. So you're asking, why does the butter need to be chilled? Well, if you use room temperature butter, it will be a goopy mess. And with scones, you want the cold butter as it cooks to create those lovely pockets. You can't do that when everything is warm. So all you do is you pick it up like this, and you just get your hands, just squeeze it together. Kids will probably love this portion of the recipe. You want to do this until it resembles like little peas, but you should not have any big lumps of butter. So you just want to get in, and this takes a while, but it's well worth it. And you can't see it, but I also have the lemon zest in here as well. And squeezing the butter and flour, it just distributes the lemon zest throughout the scone mixture. So you shouldn't have one scone without any lemon zest. So yeah. You could use a pastry cutter as well, but I find this therapeutic. So after you've done this for about 5 minutes, you just want to go through and squeeze everything. After you've done that, go in one last time to make sure everything is great. All right, once you've done this, now we're going to toss in the blueberries. We're not going to pour all the juice in. All we're doing is picking it up because these defrosted it slightly, and that's fine. I just want them to be cold. So we're just picking them up, letting the juice drain. Letting the juice drain. Letting the juice drain. And you save the juice for later. Now with gloved hands, you want to get in there again, but you don't want to squeeze. You don't want to pop your blueberries. All you want to do is mix these together until they come together. As they come together, this is what you look. This is what it looks like. So just take your time. At this point, now we want to pour in our cold heavy cream. Now I'm just going to mix this together until it comes together, because I'm going to turn this out onto the surface so I can knead it slightly. So we want to make this come together until there's no visible liquid. You want to get a flour time to absorb all the heavy cream. And this is why you wear gloves. Alrighty. So this is why you wear gloves. So now I'm just going to go ahead and get all of the mixture off my gloves. Here we go. So before I turn this over, I want to prepare the surface. So you just want to flour the surface, and you want to flour it really well, because the scone mixture is it's not dripping wet, but it's wet. So at this point, I flour my hands. And this is going to be your best friend. You just want to get everything together. Then you want to turn it out like that. Flour your hands again. Just leave that to the side. And then what you want to do is liberally flour the top. Keep your hands floured. So let's push this together. So you're going to keep flouring your hands. You're going to turn this way. Keep flouring your hands. Trust me. I'm going to fold it in half again. One more time. Just want to make sure. Now you see this right here, that's fine. All you do is get the wetness. Put some more flour there so it can rest. Turn it over. And don't worry about saying, hey, it might be too much flour. It's not. You will see, we're just being very careful here. You want to mix it well. So just get your dough scraper there. This is going to be the last time. So this recipe is it's a double recipe. So all I'm doing is just eyeballing this, cut down the middle, put that to the side. I'm going to work on this one, because now what we're going to create so now I'm going to wash my hands. And now what I'm going to do is sprinkle a little more flour on top. Flour my rolling pin. And just roll the scone mixture till about a ½ inch of thickness. And we want to roll it into a circle, or close to the circle as possible. You can also use your hands as well. I've done this so long I can eyeball it and tell when it's about a 1/2 inch. So this is what it looks like when it's finished. And at this point, using your dough scraper, just cut down the middle, cut in half, cut in half again. And that's all you do. And these are beautiful scones, and they're nice. I'm going to go ahead and put them on a baking sheet. Just put them on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. And what we're doing, we're putting these, because we're going to bake some off. Normally I make a bunch of these and I freeze them. But before you bake them, they must be chilled. You cannot bake warm scones, in my opinion. They need to be chilled. So we're just going to put these like this. And just put them in the freezer. No more than about 30 minutes. Or you can bake them off the next morning. But they must be chilled. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and prepare for the next one. Put it over here. Turn it upside down because I had the top. It's rested. As you can see the butter. You can see some of the butter. So when I get into a small circle, want to make sure that you can move it. And we can. I'll roll it out just a little more. So you want to roll out to about a 1/2 inch of thickness. Again, I've done this so long I can eyeball it. Just patting it down. Yep. Same thing again. So it doesn't take long. Just go ahead and put these on the baking tray. And then throw them in the freezer for about at least 30 minutes. Because the ingredients were already cold, so it shouldn't take that long for it to chill. Just want to put them together as so, like a puzzle. And then also too, just a tip here. So when we do catering, I don't usually cater with big scones like this. So what I'll do is I'll cut these in half. And I'll even cut them in half again. And then make these into triangular shapes. And then that way, you can do a lot of scones that way. So we'll keep these as little ones. So I'm going to put these in the freezer for about 30 minutes. And then we're going to bake them. So we'll see you back. Okay, now we have our lemon blueberry scones out of the oven. And so now we're going to make our lemon glaze. Now, when you get your 10X, if you don't sit there, that's fine. Just get you a whisk. And all you want to do is just whisk it for about a minute or so, 30 seconds. So we'll get the big lumps out. It just makes it easier to mix. All right, so at this point, we're going to pour in our 1/2 and 1/2. And I know it looks like a lot of sugar, but when you add all of the liquid, you'll see. All right. Then we're going to add starting out about a tablespoon of fresh squeezed lemon juice. Maybe 2. Shoot, let's go ahead and do 3. And all we're going to do is just whisk it. Now, if it's too thin or thick, you adjust it by adding more. If it's too thick, add liquid. But when you add liquid, add it a drop at a time at this point. If it's too thin, add powdered sugar. So now, you just want to whisk it really well to make sure you don't see any dryness, any 10X or powdered sugar. So I'm going to keep stirring and stirring and stirring. Now, if you want it to be a little thicker, at this point, add more powdered sugar. If you want it to be thinner, add in more liquid. And that's pretty much what you want it, nice and smooth. So at this point, now once you make it, you need to keep it refrigerated because you have citrus acid in it as well as the half and half. So at this point, we're going to take a spoon and then we're just going to glaze the top of our scones. So I'm going to put it a little, goes a long way. And just gives you that touch of sweetness. Scones are not supposed to be sweet. Not like cake but just want to add that sweetness, the touch of sweetness. And it gives you a nice sheen, a nice look, I think. So just go ahead and place it to be plated. And there you have it. Our lemon blueberry scones. Enjoy. Stay tuned for more videos. Have a great day.